Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade in
Shade
the
in the
City.
City.
I am your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we are here to do our little kind of late recap of the 90-day of the Fiancé, season 10, episode 16, With This Ring I Be Wed. Okay, so we are getting closer to the finish line. Thank God. All right. But yeah, y'all, as you know, it is a good old Super Bowl Sunday. So there was no episode tonight. So we're
We
not
got
behind.
a break.
Right. So we're not behind. So I'm grateful for that. But we are behind with you guys. So I do apologize for that. But Shade Squad, all of our new viewers, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button for us.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it. I got all the couples that I don't want. So I'm not even gonna lie to you. I can't even sit here and tell you I'm even looking forward to doing this. But let's get into it and let's get shady. We're jumping into good old, this is Nell's favorite, as y'all know. Gino and Jasmine. Gino was taking Jasmine shopping for her wedding dress. I will say that all three dresses looked amazing on Jasmine. I guess that's what that knife do. You know what I'm saying? That's what that knife do. So
them things were sitting up nice in all three dresses.
Right. So Jasmine would prefer if, Gino wasn't there, but she needs the money. She needs the card. And so he had to come along. Now the shop attendants asked their budget, and Gino says that he's trying to stay under $1,000. So the attendants kind of look at him in like disbelief, but they're like, okay.
At this store?
Right. And it didn't look like no rinky. It won't no David's Bridal, okay?
That's why I said, look, sir, maybe you should take your ass down to David's Bridal.
David's Bridal, right. No shade to David's Bridal. So Jasmine doesn't think that it, basically that's going to exist in this store, as we stated. But Gino hates that he had to ask about the costs and, be the bad guy, but he's the one with the money. So, somebody's got to do it.
Guess what? Messing with me, it would have been David's Bridal because I done already sent you the money for your dress and use it on your ass. So what we're not going to do is give you any more real money. Okay? For this right here.
Well, Nels has points. So Jasmine says she's been married once and she didn't have a ceremony, so she feels that like this is her last chance. She wants Gino to be in awe when he sees her, and she comes out in her first dress and she looks absolutely beautiful. But when Gino learns it's $3,000, it's a hard no for him. So then, Jasmine tells him to invest in her happiness.
I did that already, though. I did. Your happiness is in your ass.
Oh, well. Nels has points. So Gino says he's not trying to go bankrupt behind this wedding. She goes to try on her second dress, and Jasmine is in love with it. Again, another good dress, but this one is $5,000.
I guess she was hoping maybe he would go back down to the 3.
Right. So, obviously that's a no as well. Then the attendant realizes there's some friction with their financials, and she just wants to try to make both of them happy. So she comes out in her third dress, and she loves how it shows off her attributes. Okay. Jasmine also asked about the price, and it's $2,000. So Gino finally agrees, and Jasmine is happy that although she spent her money on her butt, and she knows it wasn't necessary, she's thankful that Gino would go over his budget to accommodate her. And I was like, well, at least you're taking accountability and you realizing you're being grateful. So I can appreciate you showing an attitude of gratitude.
She wouldn't have had no budget. Just like she said in the beginning, oh, I thought you were going to send me down in a blanket. I would. You spent your wedding dress money. What do you want me to do?
Look, I would have had her coming down like Kanye's wife in a damn
asshole out.
And a fucking poncho. Yeah, that's what you paid for. That's your dress.
Your dress.
Say you said yes to that dress. Okay. So then we see Gino talking to Jasmine. They're gonna go see a venue. It's like a cute little. Everybody's giving farmhouse vibes this season. Everybody
was cute though.
Outside of Ashley and Manuel, everybody is giving the I want to get married at a farmhouse, which I think is cute, but I guess. So then Jasmine would prefer to elope on the beach with just her, Coco, and Gino. And Gino has this idea of wanting like this very vintage 1920s, style wedding so he can wear his fedoras. And, Jasmine believes that this time was actually closer to his age. So that's why he'd like to do that. And I was like, the shade. Because you marrying that old mother. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So surprisingly, Jasmine seems to be impressed by the
I mean,
bond.
she ain't the only person I know, with an older man and crack jokes, but
Oh, okay, don't do that. She's very impressed by the barn, surprisingly, and says the only issue is that, it's in Michigan and not in Panama. And she says she can't not give Gino a hard time about being in Michigan because that's just what she does. So Jasmine brings up that she still has some unresolved issues with Gino's family. She brings up the tension with his family and worries about them ruining her day. And he's trying to convince her that his family isn't going to make her feel anything but celebrated. So she tells him he needs to go to talk to talk with them. And then gets emotional about, of course, the tears manipulation of it all.
her being
I'm so far from home, Gino. And, Gino says it's super important that they get along because he wants his family to be like her family, but knows that, this might not be an easy flight, right? So then they sit down, they get to the restaurant with the family. And Gino is hopeful that Jasmine will be able
most
to.
of the family because they didn't all want to show up.
Right. And so, but he's hopeful that they're able to work things out because his family's important to them. So Jasmine said that she's going to try for Gino, but he better have her back. I will say, and I would love your commentary, Shade Squad, and new viewers. I don't know if it was just me, but I definitely think this scene was manufactured. And what I mean by that is for her to go in there and be like, oh my God, your family doesn't like me. And but we already knew the wife loves her and they cool. Mm-hmm. Don't nobody really care about Dana for real because the wife like you. Like, I don't know. I just felt like.
Well, Dana is the one that's always in his ear. So you don't want the.
No, and I get that. But I'm saying like she's acting like nobody fucks with her. And I'm just like, no, we've seen you hang out with the wife. We've seen you like, and then even when she got there, so that the family gets there.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. No, I love you, Jasmine. And da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah.
I mean, I don't think she's acting like nobody likes her. What she was saying was they asking about a prenup. They talking about me being, naked on the beach and me being a gold digger. That was never the wife. She's referring to everybody else that was asking her these nasty ass questions. What are you going to do for America?
Well, that part, but I don't think that person was there. I don't think that was Dane.
That's why I said they didn't all show up. Okay. But Dane was the one talking about the prenup and making her feel like
I'm sorry, Dana. Look, we done called him ex-boyfriend name. Woo!
It's so close. So close.
It is.
So probably reminds her of Dane.
Right. So they get back to they're asking her like how the wedding planning is going, and Jasmine jumps right in and says that she's nervous. She has a sense of anxiety because she doesn't want to feel that, every time they have a family gathering, it's going to be awkward. And, she understands they may have valid concerns about Gino, but tries to reassure them that, she's not using this man. She loves Gino.
She said it's good over here.
Right. And she asked, what will it take for her to be loved and accepted by them? Now, I will say I was here for seeing this side of Jasmine. But this is why I kind of feel like, y'all probably already got to a good, but I like her for doing the scene. Like, I know they had to make it nice. But I feel like what I'm saying is I think this already happened before this was filmed. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So she tells them that she needs them and gets emotional about missing her family back in Panama. She says she wants to view them as her American family and wants to feel like she belongs and she's welcome. So Dana says what they are doing right now is a start, but, admits that they had concerns that someone so beautiful couldn't find a man in Panama and wanted to come to Michigan and take good old Gino. Now, they all admit it was a little weird for them to accept. Jasmine even apologizes to Gino in front of his family for being so mean. And Abia, okay. His nephew admits he just didn't want Jasmine to break his uncle's heart because he's obviously been through this before, with the, P-Star, ex-wife that he got, allegedly, but I seen photos at the exotic convention. Anyway, so, he thinks that, now Jasmine is okay. And Dana says that, basically you can't get rid of us now because we're family. And it was, again, like I said, I feel like it was a manufacturer scene, but I know they had to close it out for us to I don't know. I think they could have just left it with the nervousness about the wedding, and then we could have seen everybody treat her nicely. But I guess whatever.
Then it would have definitely seemed fake as hell. Next up is Teresa's favorite.
No, it's not.
It definitely is.
Not this man out here. I don't know what he was doing, squealing like a. I don't know what.
like his guinea pigs.
Is that what that was?
I don't know, but that's what it sounded like.
It was
It
terrible.
was giving guinea pigs. So we talking about Clayton and Annalie. They are up next.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna give this to the viewers. This is y'all favorite. Get somebody else to do it.
They come like, nope, we skip right past it.
Right.
So Clayton is outside. He's doing his workout for the first time a day before the wedding because he needs to lose 10 kilos in a day. And this is when Teresa's talking about when he was outside squealing, I guess. Maybe when his hamsters in the, or guinea pigs is in the hamster wheel or whatever the hell. Maybe these sounds they make. So he picked it up. So basically he asked Annalie she asked him how his bachelor party was. He was like, it was cool. We just swam in the pool, played some video games. Why would you even bring that up when you know this man about to be upset? I guess she just wanted to be honest. I don't know. But
what I will say, and I ain't trying to buy the shame. Well, maybe I am, but whatever he was doing, they're gonna get rid of that thing that's hanging over.
He know. Then he asked her how her bachelorette party was. She said it was fun. I thought she was gonna leave it at that. I was like, smart girl, but no, she's a dumbass. Because guess what? Before we get married, it ain't none of your business what the hell I was doing. I don't belong to you, technically. Okay. She said that she wanted to be upfront. Okay.
I'm just being honest. All right.
Yeah, she said she wanted to be upfront and honest and let him know that his sister surprised her with a stripper. Immediately he got pissed and felt like, she ignored his rules.
You're a habitual line stepper.
Sir, nobody wants to play video games and swim in the pool. Okay, I don't know what the hell you thought we was gonna do. All right, with your sister and a whole bunch of hoochie mama friends. What was you thinking was gonna go down? But she was like, "What the hell was I supposed to do? Just be ungrateful?" Your sister surprised me with this. She was definitely trying to throw the sister under the bus for all of this, even though that's what she asked for. Then she joked and said, I thought he was immigration because he was dressed up like a police officer. He just looked at her like.
He didn't think what was funny.
She up there laughing. He looked at her. She's like, okay. So then he called his sister. Oh, I'm sorry. So when they got back in the house, it became this whole big thing. They got into an argument about it. She ready to pack her stuff and leave. So then he called his sister and asked for advice. She said, well, just go in there and hug her. Okay, and tell her you'll get through it. He's like, why the hell am I the one backing down? Why the hell am I the one apologizing when I'm the victim here? So you didn't want no strippers. I think Annalie wouldn't have gave a damn. And if you think a stripper can come in,
I think she might have been happy just to see him
be normal for once.
Right.
And if he thinks a stripper,
he can't go out that long without his guinea pigs.
If he can, he has his mama watch him. That's like his little babies. If you think a stripper can come in and take your future wife, maybe it ain't meant to be, sir. Mm-hmm. Also, he's like, I plan to get married tomorrow, but she in there packing her shit. This scene was giving ring the alarm. Okay, so Clayton is trying to calm her down, and basically, she's just like, listen, I just really want to know if this conversation is going to stop here, because you're the type that want to keep on bringing it up and get all the details. And he was like, well, I mean, I do want details. She's like, this is the shit I'm talking about. So yeah, no, like, I don't want that in my life. I said, girl, you better tell him. Okay, you better tell him. And then she says that, he's the jealous type. He always has been. And she said that she needs more time to think on it. So he's confused. He's like, you scaring me. You need more time to think on what? Marrying me? Like, this is supposed to happen tomorrow. Basically, he's like, yeah, I don't want her to get her stuff and her passport.
The key word was supposed to. Look, until she signed or walked down that aisle and y'all kiss, she still can change her mind.
You sound like what's his face?
Even if she shows up for the wedding.
You sound like what's his face? The dude with Sophie.
Mm-hmm.
What's the boy name? I don't remember.
I have up until I say I do.
Mm-hmm. I wish you could see that before the damn show started because, ugh. Well, don't say I do, because what I don't want to sign up for is staying in this here. Anyways, basically, that didn't phase her at all. She's like, listen, I need to think. Okay, I need to think about if this is how I want the rest of my life to go. With your jealous ass and accusing me of something I ain't had no control over, for real. I mean, the
Right.
hell? Your
She was
sister
like,
paid
I
for
didn't
it.
pay him what I look like, being like, no, send him back.
Stop it.
Right. She said, no, it was my first night out away from you. I was enjoying myself. If I got to spend the rest of my life with your gaming ass.
And your mama and your guinea pigs.
Right.
I need one last night of excitement.
So speaking of
Rob, that's who.
bless you.
Thank you.
Now, Rob and Sophie link back up and she asked if he missed her. Rob says he doesn't like the fact that, he says that he did, but it didn't really seem like it. They get right into it. Rob says he doesn't like the fact that she ran behind her mom versus staying with him to discuss their issues. Rob, no shade. If I was staying in that place, don't get me wrong, I like your little outdoor patio joint you got. But if I was living there with you, I would be in a hotel somewhere too in LA.
Especially, I agree with my mama. So she got all the information she got from me.
Well, he asked her, how the time with her mother was, and Sophie tells him that it was nice, but she woke up missing him. And he tells her that basically he expected them to be up all night discussing how terrible he is. It's not all about you, Ro. I mean, now granted, they did do some talking about you, but just the self-centeredness that it has to be about you is just really not cute. So Sophie tells him that's not what it is, and he asked if her mother had something negative to say about him. Would she have his back? Sophie says that she really did. What back? The way back? Back there back? Because not this back, not this back. But so then he asked her. So basically, he asked her where that energy was when they were all together. Sophie admits she agreed with some of the things her mother was saying, and Rob disagrees and thinks she shouldn't have been agreeing with her at all. Now, that's what you're not going to tell me to do, is tell me how to think and what I should be thinking. That's not cute. He tells her he felt let down and like they're not a team. Now, Sophie apologizes for that and says that, is it just me or they give me very childish. Now she's obviously super young, but I don't know. That's I think another reason why they get on my nerves, because they give me very childish. They definitely don't need to be walking down nobody's aisle. So she apologizes for that and says she didn't mean for him to feel that way. She says in confessional, she's only apologizing because if she doesn't, the argument is basically going to continue, and she doesn't have the mental capacity to continue to argue with him. They get home, and then he wants to continue the conversation. Rob says he felt left out to dry and he had no support. Sophie doesn't like the way Rob is treating her and says she doesn't know why she keeps fighting at this point. He just wants to play the victim and make her feel bad. She reminds him that she already apologized and asks him where her apology is for disrespecting her mother. And he apologizes for raising his voice at her and saying things that he probably shouldn't have. She brings up the subliminal post that he made and told him she thought it was childish. Rob says he posted it because it was relatable to his life.
What got me was the fact that he felt like he shouldn't apologize because it's just social media. If it's just social media, why the hell are you putting your life on it?
Right. So Sophie thinks he wanted to purposely hurt her feelings, and he tells her she didn't have to look at the post. I said, it's that disrespect right there that would have got you up. Okay. It's that right there for me. And so, Sophie just wants him to apologize, and Rob feels like basically he shouldn't have to. Basically, he feels like he has a right to his feelings. So Rob says he wants to talk about important things, and she wants to argue about social media posts. Then she starts to cry in, true Sophie fashion. And oh my God, that was the hardest. Oh, hardest thing. I said, oh, please, TLC. I literally think I turned the volume down and just read the captions at that point. Oh, it was awful. It was like nails on a chalkboard. Y'all can drop down in the comments. Tell me if am I being too harsh? But that whining that really bothered. That really bothered. And so she just wants him to apologize for hurting her feelings so they can move on. She tells him she can't be the only one putting effort into their relationship. And then she questions how their relationship will work if they continue to argue. And she always has to apologize. So Rob gives her a half-hearted ass apology and admits to lacking in how he responds to things and says he's trying not to only think about himself. Poor job. She points out he says he's trying, but nothing's changing. She forewarns him if she has to keep being a peacemaker, eventually she will grow tired and be an unhappy wife. She questions whether he'll be able to change and says he needs to learn to take constructive criticism and just take accountability. Rob said if he wasn't willing to take accountability, he wouldn't be trying to change. Sophie thinks that she's finally, what'd you say?
I said, but you're not.
Right. She thinks that he's finally taking some account, she thinks she's getting through to him. And Rob says that they've been happy before and they can be happy again. And he's just happy that Sophie isn't willing to give up on him. And I said, exhausted was how I felt after watching that.
I agree.
Huh.
Just like she said, it's emotionally draining.
Yeah, to all of us. To all of us.
All right. So next up is Sam and Citra.
Now these people I like. This actually I like.
So they're getting ready for the conversion process, and planning out their wedding. I think this was this the day before? Trying to figure out where the chairs and everything is gonna go, and I don't see how people function like this.
Because you're a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. Of course I'm a Virgo.
Trace, you wouldn't be able to function like this either.
No, but that's because I'm a Pisces.
So apparently they're going to do the conversion, then do their Muslim wedding, and then their American wedding. He's just hoping that, he doesn't embarrass the family because he don't know what the hell he's doing.
Well, and I didn't realize he was like, I could bring shame to her whole family if I mess this up. And I was like, really?
So Sam, before doing the conversion, he has to do wudu, which is the praying and the washing the hands and or is it just the washing the hands and the feet?
No, it's just the washing before you pray.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And so what is it? And he's wearing his Baja Coco.
Yeah, I don't like.
I know that's not how it's said. That's how they put it up on the screen, though. But yes. I know that's not how it's done. Well, if y'all want to correct me in the pronunciation in the comments, I will not be upset with it
because I know I'm gonna get it wrong. I just bypass it.
Yeah,
I don't want.
But I will say, shout out to 90 Day for always teaching us something that we don't know.
Yes, I'm just not gonna try to pronounce it like they do. So then he came out, not knowing the rules. Ended up touching Citra's sister. So apparently he had to go do wudu again. Okay, this. Knowledge is key, sir. Knowledge is key. I feel like you could have watched a YouTube video, read a book or something, and, learn this at least. Bare minimum, sir. So it's making him nervous, of course, especially after this, that he may not live up to their expectations. You're already not. That man wishes he could take his daughter and leave, but she's not going to pay attention. So then apparently we find out that his mother isn't going to show up because she's a bitch.
I knew he was going. I was like, Nels is going to have a field day.
But I feel like she already kind of said she may not go.
Right.
But you got somebody who's a whole.
But the fact that his dad showed up,
he's a whole atheist. He don't believe in nothing.
Right.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, he said he has an interest in all religions just because he don't believe in them. And that's when I was like, yeah, it does look bad. His mom does look bad.
Basically, his dad wanted to show support because he said he knows how it feels. And he doesn't want his son to to go through the same thing.
Look,
Now,
he said, I don't know if y'all caught the shade that I did, but when he said his family didn't really support his marriage either, I was gonna say, well, clearly y'all not together no more, so. And we see how the mama is.
well, guess what? If they don't support this wedding, trust me, it's because of Sam, not because of
No,
Citra.
I'm saying, I felt like the daddy was throwing shade to the mama, low key. Like, yeah, I know what it feels like now, because they didn't want me to marry that raggedy bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, so basically now they did the conversion process and going through with the marriage. Sam, he got nervous when the father was asked if he approved of the marriage. But the father, we know he don't approve, but I guess he figured, look, my daughter told me she ain't gonna listen to me no way. So he did agree. He did give his blessing, and they're a whole married couple now.
right. And again, because we all know, for those that have been here before, we already told y'all that we know that they're married officially and whatever the case may be. What I thought was crazy, and again, I understand it's a storyline, but I just thought it was crazy that we're still sitting on this, oh, whether he was gonna approve and, anxiety about it, because we already knew. We already knew that.
Yeah.
So, thank you, TLC, for taking 5 more minutes on my day for something I already knew. Appreciate you. Y'all, let's get into Ashley and Manuel. And I think this is our last couple. Yes, it is. All right. So we get into Nell's dreadheaded sister, Ashley. And her and Manuel
We are
find
of no kin one
we
another. We are of no
look,
kin.
y'all are kindred spirits. She's a witch. So
I got my props today.
you stupid. Ashley and Manuel find a spot on the beach to get married. Then they decide to call his mom. Ashley says that she asked him to call his mom because she wants her mother-in-law to know as much as possible since she can't be there. She also wants Manuel to know that she cares. So Manuel's mother says that she wants them to understand each other, respect each other, because they'll be becoming one. He hates that his family's far away. I need some love like I never needed love before. Gonna make love to Spice Girls. Look, oh no, that's the wrong. Is that the same song? Yeah, that is the same song.
I don't know. I was about to say it sounded like it went.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say they ain't had that many slow songs, so I think that is the one. I think that is. So anyway, Manuel says basically that he's hurt that she can't be there. His mom is also hurt. But Ashley says that she can't imagine getting married without her parents. She apologizes for the circumstances, but vows to take care of him. His mother says that in her eyes, Ashley is already her daughter. And Ashley feels like it felt good to be included in the conversation because of how Manuel moved previously. As we know, he was very secretive, and hopes that it's the start to them cultivating a deeper relationship. Now, Ashley gets a message from their planner, Armando, not the other Armando. This is a different one. Okay, letting her know that there's a tropical storm coming because it's Florida and this happens every day. She's like, I'm not a Floridian. I didn't know that, it's hurricane season. And I'm gonna just say this, baby. Okay, because you're not a Floridian, but if Armando is, and he didn't tell you it ain't got to be a hurricane for some that come out the sky real quick and rain for an hour and then go away and the sun come back out, that is Florida living. It happens every single day.
Armando, being her wedding planner, should have definitely said something.
Yeah. But and here's my thing. Like I said, because we've lived, Shade Squad, y'all know we lived in Florida. So my whole thing is, yes, tropical storm is different. Hurricane is different. I understand that. But I guess because I'm used to living in it, I'm like, it always rain, like it literally almost rains every single day in Florida. And then it stops and then you move on.
That's why I feel like as a wedding planner, you should have offered a backup plan.
Right. Now that I do believe, yeah.
Should have said, hey, this is South Florida for one. 2, this is hurricane season. Right. And maybe we should come up with a backup plan just in case.
When I was in Orlando, well, that was the first time I saw it. I can't say it's the only time I saw it. That was the first time I ever seen where it was raining on one side of the street and it wasn't raining on the other. And I said, this is some real Florida.
And the first time I seen it was in Miami, actually, when we lived in that little community, that girl's house we always used to go to. It wasn't raining on her side.
Yeah.
It was raining on the other side. I said, ain't this some BS? It was raining on our side, but not on her side.
Right. So anyway, Ashley's obviously upset. She doesn't know what she's gonna do if she can't get married on this beach. She done set the date time to line up with the moons and the stars and the sky. Everything is celestial, okay? And so her sister Sienna tries to calm her down. Ashley is concerned because she has no plan B. Blame Armando. And she's also facing their cutoff of 90 days because they planned on getting married the 89th day. So if they can't get married tomorrow, I don't know. Part of me feels like, why can't they just do it at the house?
But that's where she wants her wedding.
No, I get that, but if we're now on a deadline of 90 days and you're on an 89 day, we just gonna get married outside in this pool.
Well, she said we having the wedding. We're doing it regardless.
I was okay, because I was under the impression she was trying to make it like she won't gonna do it if it was gonna.
She said everything is aligned. This is why I picked the date. After her sister, I don't know, maybe the little pep talk work. I don't know, but she said we doing it.
So yeah,
on that time.
Right. So Sienna asked her, what if you can't get married on the beach? And Ashley said that she would implode. And then Sienna tells her that she'll be fine whether it rains or not. And that's what I got for Ashley and Manuel. And we all know they're gonna get married. I think the only people here that aren't gonna get married and probably don't need to is them little kids, Rob and Sophie.
Rob and Sophie.
Oh, I can't even call him a little kid. He's just a grown
bum.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in to another recap and review of the 90-Day Fiancé Season 10, Episode 16. If you haven't already, go ahead and make sure y'all hit that like button for us.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure you subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms. Twitter fam, we are growing. We are about to hit 200 followers. I really appreciate y'all. We be having a lot of fun on there when I be live tweeting. So I really do appreciate the love. And also, we are getting ready to go into Pisces season. Okay. So y'all know what this means, right?
Hell, that's what it means.
No. So I just, and I celebrate the whole month, but please, y'all see the Cashapp at the bottom. Feel free to donate to your girl, okay? It goes to the channel. Well, that'll go to my birthday present. But you know what I'm saying? I give some money to the channel. But no, please feel free to donate. All donations are welcome and appreciated. And yes, y'all, it is the freest thing that you can do. Share with your friends. Please help us get to 1K. I would like to hit that before my birthday. We got not a little less than a month, like 3 weeks. I know it's a lot to ask. Please share, get us out to the masses. Do whatever y'all got to do. I'm putting y'all to work, Shade Squad, because I'm always working for y'all. So can y'all please help us reach this goal by my birthday? I would really appreciate you. But we thank you. We love you. We hope you have a blessed week. Make it prosperful and all those great things. And, be great. All right, y'all. And shout out to Usher for a great halftime show. Alicia Keys, not so much. Anyway, all right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Good night.